of Fundy Fortunes. My name is Natalie. I'm an empath, intuitive card reader, and a visionary as well. I'm here today to do the monthly reading for the month of May 2017 for the sign of Pisces. So, let's see here. I've got one candle burning. Not my intuitive. For those wondering, intuitive candles are 100% soy-based candles, and they have every scent under the sun. They can even custom make them for you. And in these candles, and they burn down, there's a reveal of a gift, and they're all minerals, stones, quartz, yellow agate, rose quartz, aventurine, and the last candle here was the amethyst pendulum, and I'm completely in love with it. I love it. Play with it all the time. All right, so for those that have been away or don't know, the smudges are back. You'll never guess what I got in this one. I'm going through it fast. This came all the way from my friend Heidi in Rhode Island. And she sent this up and my new deck of cards to me as well. Forever eternally grateful. But look at that. That's what's left. It was 3 feet long, at least. And the smell is so heavenly. So this is in the smudge for today. Those that are new to smudges, this is an indigenous custom that is practiced by the indigenous peoples of North America. It's probably been around for thousands of years. So today, again, I have cedar, grandpa's beard / Spanish moss, some sage, sweetgrass, and a little bit of sprinkle of tobacco in there as well, because tobacco is considered a very high gift to the gods, to nature. This cleanses the energies, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and actually in a physical sense as well. It cleans out 90% of the airborne bacteria that's in your home, and that's scientifically proven every time you put a smudge up. You can Google all this. S-M-U-D-G-E, smudge. And you can find out what different kind of things go together and what purpose they serve when you make this recipe up in your bowl. So this is wonderful. The smell it's nature. It's the essence of nature. Everything in here is natural. And it's campfire in my hand, in my heart, and in my soul. And here comes the smudge. All right. Thank you for this. Thank you. Oh, the sweetgrass, the cedar. And I've already cleansed the cards in my traditional way, which nobody ever sees. But we smudge these as well. And for you, dear viewer, my dear Pisces, this is for you guys. And Bay of Fundy Fortunes as well. All right. There we go. All that's left now is to deal the cards. For those of you that are new to the tarot community on YouTube, these readings that you see here, they're all free, and the reason being is thousands of people view the videos, and it can't possibly resonate with you at 100%. Not everybody. So some of it will and some of it won't. Maybe not at all, maybe all will. That does happen. If you want a private reading, you can find the information for that. I do offer the service down below in the description of the more area below this video window. And just read through once, please, I ask. Use that email. Is used for everything. I do everything through that. So that's the only way to get a hold of me. You can send me a message here if you want. That's up to. Okay. This is for the sign of Pisces. Please bring me messages for the sign of Pisces. Messages for the sign of Pisces. These are new cards. They're very slippery. They're absolutely fascinating. I love them. I guess this is it. Here we go. Your overall energy for the month of May. Nice. King of Cups. He's all about understanding. Okay. This is a 5-card spread. Number 2, in the position of wealth and finances. Interesting. 5 of Pentacles. It's the right suit. It's about abandonment. Uh-oh. Little drama going on there. Maybe. Number 3, your hearth, your home. Everything and everybody that's close to your heart. Everything you love, everybody you love. King of Pentacles. And he's about trust. Your 4th card are your challenges for the month of May, Pisces. Page of Swords. Ooh, all about gossip. Your last card, and one of the most important, I would say, as important as the first, and it is your message from Spirit. Oh, 10 of Swords, all about beginning, or endings. I'm sorry, there's the other half of my brain working when it shouldn't be. It's endings, 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 and that's not always a bad thing, so don't assume the worst. So when those cards, all messages have been exhausted by them, you know, I've got this huge trestle table. Hey, Sherry. I know Sherry's watching this. I take up half of it with Bay of Fundy Fortunes, and it's still really not big enough. I need some little night table or something beside me where I can store more things. You know, those storage things, those plastic ones that have 3 drawers in the front where you can see what you're looking for right through it. I need one of those beside me on wheels. At the end, I pull one significator from the deck of tarot. All right, first card, King of Cups. This is a good guy. He's a real good guy. He has integrity and honor. It says he's very, very sensitive and has a lot of sensitivity just for people in general. He's devoted to his family, his friends, his career. He is loyal for life, this guy. He feels he's not what you call a feminine man by any means, but he's highly in tune with himself. He's highly in tune with who he is and with his feelings, which makes him very, very, very sensitive. Sometimes he becomes a little distant, but you may not know it because he always has a look of caring, approachability on his face. This is how you can recognize him. You may recognize him so much it may sound like he's you. There doesn't have to be a gender assigned to the card. It can be female, it can be you. Where it is shown up, number 1, the general rule of thumb is that this is you, Pisces. Okay, this is you. Yeah, and it could fit real well. I know some Pisces, and yeah, they could be that way. Extremely caring and very loyal, and very committed and devoted, and always have an approachable, pleasant look on their face, but yet they can pull back at times and they can become a little bit distant. They do that for self-preservation because they feel the need to, and they have the right to do that. The card is here to indicate that you should seek a balance with your empathy for other people. There needs to be a balance. You need to be in there too, and but a balance between yourself and with others is what I'm hearing, so that you don't give more to one than the other, because you need to keep something for yourself. All right, and you can see he's of cups. It's all about emotions. So basically what this card is, but it's showing love and devotion, solidity, foundation. This guy or gal makes the ideal partner because of what makes up the essence of who they are. They're ideal in relationships, and they're very devoted. They never get, it's not that they're not comfortable, that's not the word I'm looking for, but they never get so, they don't take their relationships for granted with anybody. Not even in a romantic sense or a marriage sense or something. They don't take their partner for granted ever at all. They just don't do that. Every day is like the first month with them. That kind of thing. It's always fresh, and it's always in the now. So they make the perfect mate in that way. The advice of this card for your overall energy is to follow your emotions, but don't feel you have to explain yourself to anybody at this time. Just trust that you're right. You don't even have to share what's going on with it yourself. If you're making some judgment calls, I'm hearing judgment calls on other people, is what I just heard. You don't have to explain yourself. You can keep your thoughts to yourself. You have a right to your opinions. Your keywords are fairness and empathy, sensitivity, loyalty, maturity, commitment, and honor. It's a great card for your overall energy. Card number 2 for your wealth and finances. It's the Five of Pentacles, and it represents abandonment. So for some of you, you may be feeling senses of abandonment. And some of you, remember, this is a general reading, is not, if you say, well, I don't know why that came out, that doesn't mean nothing to me because it wasn't meant for you. All right? If something doesn't mean anything to you. So the card is not here to offend anybody. Well, neither am I. But with this card, it points out that some of you watching this video, well, we all do to a point, but some are a little more over the top than others, have a fear of poverty, have a fear of isolation, have a fear of being alone, have a fear of being pushed away from society instead of living within it. But this is not your reality. There's the good part of what this card is shown up for. It's not your reality. Some of you have a decent bank account, but it's still not enough. The contents I should refer to. You need to take and you need to distance yourself from any self-doubt that you're having at this time. It's the best gift you can give to yourself right now. There's, you guys even have a fear of the risk of losing your jobs, your relationships falling apart. A lot of self-doubt in your life. Not sure why that is at this time. For those of you, because there's so many that view the video, yes, there's going to be some people that just broke up. And with that, because it's still in your financial sector, there are going to be financial changes to your life. You're not living in a double income home anymore. A dink household, double income, no kids. You're not living that way. Now you're living as a single. So now you have to learn how to retain the lifestyle you've become accustomed to, such as the type of home you would live in, apartment, whatever you'd like, wherever you find yourself, to be equal to or better than what you just walked away from. Some of you may be in for a bit of a reality check that you're not going to be happy about. Some of you do okay. Some of you will lower your standards a little bit, and you'll have no problem doing that as well. So that's for those that have just gone through some breakups. So you're in the middle of a breakup, and you're worried about that. Here's the thing with life. You can have whatever you want if you're willing to work hard for it and make it come together. But the big thing you have to do first is you have to believe that you can. There's the big thing. That's harder probably than the rest. As long as you believe that you can. Everything else, consciously, subconsciously, is going to go wham, 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 and fall right into place as you walk along. And things will unfold before you as you walk forward. So a lot of it is natural worry, but maybe a bit over worry for some of you. Like you're just ready to, oh no, it's do or die. It doesn't have to be do or die. The advice of this card, you do have support. Some of you may be looking in the wrong places. Double check where you're looking. Sit down and write some names down, places down where you may get the support that you need. Some of you are being advised to go somewhere different. Go and talk to people. If you made up a list, the people that end up on the bottom of the list that you would least likely go to, they're the ones that make the beeline for. How's that? It's going to pay off. Fresh perspective, there's nothing better. And it's, they're not judging you for it. You want their perspective, you want their help, you want their support. Go for it. You're going to be surprised. Your keywords for this card are isolation. And that's self-induced isolation. I'd say 50% of it. The other 50% is what comes with breakup. Rejection, bias, fear, risk, relationships. And for a small amount of you, there will be some money problems. All right, card number 3. Your heart, your home, the love in your life. The King of Pentacles, he's all about trust. This king, no, yes, he is a king. Yeah, you're the king. He's a dapper-looking fella. I like the looks of this guy. This guy's ambitious and he's trustworthy. He has this protective sense about him. He's very committed to any projects or relationships that he puts himself into. He's loyal to the very end, no matter what he dives into and gives himself of. He's a natural leader. He has a hands-on attitude. A lot of times, this guy is a business owner. This card can, and again, it can be the you card. All right, it's if you identify with it, if you feel that this is you, these qualities, these personality descriptions. If you feel that that it's you, then it's you, Pisces. He represents love. He represents generosity. A lot of Pisces are that way. They have a lot of love to give. Their heart's big enough to anybody that needs to tuck into a spot. They've got a spot for them. They've got enough love for everybody. This card is also here to tell you that any gains you have or now, you're going to feel compelled to share any gains that you may have been lucky enough to bring to you, acquire, work for. But your compulsion in the card is saying any gains are now shared with those that you love, of course. The advice of the card is to protect what's yours, help others. If you see help when people need help around you, especially those coming up, moving up in life in that kind of a situation, they're moving up. Offer your help. Reach your hand out and help them up that ladder in any way that you can. Your keywords are money and protection, power, loyalty, stability, leadership, and commitment. No flashes on this one at all. None. It's just this card, it just is what it is. It is what it is. It's either you or it's somebody in your life, or the third thing, it's the energy. It's a energy. And the energy is all good. Very strong, very full, very rich, very committed. It's a really good card to have. Your challenges for the month of May, Pisces, is a Page of Swords. It represents gossip. Pages are always bringing us news about something. Guess what it is in this case? Page has a secret agenda, a form of gossip or slander. Page is bringing this back to you going, psst, 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 I got something to tell you. Come here. And they fill your head and they fill your ears. What they think people think of you. And maybe some things they heard. It's going to seem worse than it actually is what I'm hearing for some of you. The Page is usually seen. This one here is very witty, and he's very, very charming. So he's well liked by everybody. Here's the thing now. This Page can put his own interests first. They can be a little bit underhanded. A lot of self-interest going on here in looking for attention as well. For some of you, though, standing outside of that, there could be some legal matters or complaints going on at work, and you may need to sign some papers. And legal matters, this could be a person bringing these papers to you as well. The advice of the card is to be clear in your communications to avoid any misunderstandings. Make sure everybody is on the same page, especially if you're using the same page, literally and figuratively, to send this guy back and forth with contracts and legal papers. Make sure he reiterates everything back. Write everything down. Give him the message to go with it and to take it back where it came from. Vice versa. It'll be just like a delivery boy, and he's running things back and forth for you. So just make sure that you're really clear on what it is you expect, what you want. Your keywords are complaints and backchat, bitchiness, cutting words, legal issues for some, and paperwork. And the thing is, this guy here, he gets around. He knows what's going on behind every closed door because everybody lets him in. He's got the gossip. There you go. That's going to be a challenge. Staying on top of that might ruffle some feathers. The next card is, in the last card in your message from Spirit, is the Ten of Swords, and it's all about endings. Swords are all about making decisions and things that you're pondering and mulling over in your mind. These are things that are in the forefront of your life. So when this is the final card in tarot, it's the summing up in the ending, usually involving some degree of drama. That there'll be some kind of upheaval. There'll be confrontations. There'll be arguments. There'll be push-offs. For some of you, this is going to come. This ending, it's an ending for somebody, and there's probably 4 or 5 of you watching this that are going through this right now. There is shock for some and relief. Yes, I said relief for others that things are coming to an end. See, for some, it's not so bad. Some of you are aware, you're realist, and you're saying this relationship isn't growing anymore, and it hasn't. And I've tried to feed the relationship. I've tried to bring in new aspects into the relationship, introduce new things, and nothing seems to want to kickstart it. It's like it had a battery. The battery ran down, the battery died, and there's no replacement, and it's done. So no matter what you bring in to try to charge that battery back up again, it's not going anywhere. And some of you are saying that, and you're saying, well, you know what, I'm not going to waste my time here. Others of you think everything's going along just swimmingly, just fine. It's all lollipops and rainbows, you know, and it's not. So the other person, it almost sounds like these are 2 people. One saying, this is dead. The other one saying, I'm living the dream happily ever after. And you're together. So guess what's going to happen? There's going to be shock. Someone shocked to the point they're hyperventilating. They didn't see this coming at all. And the other person's probably thinking, well, when was going to be the right time to break this down to the other person? There never would be a right time. So it made no difference. The reaction from your mate would have been the same. Not good. However unwanted this card is, for those of you going through the pain and the shock or about to, remember, however unwanted this card is in a reading, it does bring about the truth of the matter, and it helps you to see what does need to be released. Some people just live in denial. They think they're living happily ever after. But if you ask their mate, it may not be the same response, and maybe it will. And for those people, it's good, but this card isn't meant for those people. This card is meant for the other guys, for the rest of you. Your advice is to walk away and let it go. That's the advice of this card. Whatever's coming to an end. This is strange, but I just seen a flash of horses. There's a couple of horses, and the couple is breaking up. And there's something going down with the horses. Who gets the horses? You know, who gets the barn? Who gets the prop? You're splitting things. Who gets what? And I see a woman standing beside it. She's tall, thin, real short, dark hair. And she's got one chestnut horse. The reins are on it. It's riding a horse. She's standing there talking to the horse and petting its face. I'm not reading her emotion, though. I don't think she's saying goodbye. I think she's thinking, what are we going to do? That's for somebody out there. Please leave your comments down below the video window. So you need to focus on the present. For those of you that are going to walk away, let go, just focus. Stay in the now. If the future is too overwhelming for you, just stay right in the now. And let go of your past, because now that relationship is now officially in the past. It's a done deal. Your keywords are completion, release, drama, transformation, truth, feeling victimized. So victimhood is part of it. That's the ones that have gone through the shock of the relationship breaking up. And just shock itself. It's there. All right, so those were your 5 cards. That was interesting. All right, so now we're going to do, excuse me, the significator for this 5-card spread, please. We have one significator for this 5-card spread for the sign of Pisces. I know a lot of Pisces, just like I know a lot of Aries, and I know a lot of Leos. And people say they think I'm talking directly to them. When I do these videos, just to put in there, because I do know quite a few Pisces. I should have said this on the Aries video too. I'm not speaking directly to anybody. In my opinion, there's thousands of you out there. Not one person, not my friends, not somebody, nothing, not somebody's cards. That was a Pisces that I may have just read. None of those things. Please don't tell me that mic is in my yard. It sounds awfully close. People in the country, they just cut right across your lawn through your yard. One significator, please. It's a gorgeous day here today, guys. It's beautiful. The tide is up and in. Tidal ponds are full. The cove is full. The island is surrounded. The water's blue, 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 blue. The trees are green. We've had so much rain. The grass is turning green. The lawn. It's just gorgeous here. Blue, blue sky, blue, blue water. You know, the water always reflects the color of the sky. You got gray skies, you got gray water. Right? That's it. One significator. Strength. She came in reversed. I'm not sure. I'll have to look her up to see if she's reversed or not. But strength. Okay. Major Arcana. It's a shame I only use these cards. This is it, once a month. Just bear with me. I stay true to the channel's name, though. Anything I use is going to be ocean-related, sea-related, water-related, this kind of thing. Oh, she's got a reverse. I'll read the upright so that we get the full scope of the meaning. Upright, this card represents spiritual or physical strength and triumph. Reversed, the reversed is weakness, sickness, a lack of faith, or the abuse of power. So, I'm going back to the breakup and the shock, which is going to, like I said, it is going to really bowl some people over, and it's going to do that to them. They're going to be so bereft about the shock of this relationship that they are going to be weakened and they are going to fall sick or feel sick. Depression is going to be a big part of that, which will manifest itself in physical ways. You'll feel flu-like, tired, drained, exhausted, and sometime will go by and you'll say, I don't even remember the last time I smiled, let alone laughed out loud. And you're going to be lost in that way. No belief of a better love, no belief of a better life. How can you trust anything anymore? These are going to be your thoughts. These will be your quiet thoughts. How can I trust anybody or anything anymore? I thought I was in a solid relationship, and I had the rug pulled right from under me. There wasn't even any warnings. Well, the warnings might have been there, but you were living up here maybe a little bit in the Pollyanna world. And maybe you're one of these people, if things don't explode in your face, you just deny them. There's people out there like that. Very sorry to say that, but there are people like that. I've seen people like that. And you got to get in their face to tell them the truth, like right in their face. Everyone's told them, and they're still not hearing something. And it takes one odd person to get right up close and personal and grab them by the face, figuratively or literally, and say, look at my lips, read my lips. And they tell them. And sometimes that's what it is. It takes that much. Anyway, Pisces, that was your reading for the month of May. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it resonated. Well, some of it resonated. I don't wish any of that other stuff on anybody at all. But it is what it is. Tarot doesn't lie. Neither do I. So I just give my condolences now, I suppose. So anyways, for the rest of you, just take a moment to say thank you to all the members in the Facebook group, Bay of Fundy Fortunes. Quite a time there yesterday. Thank you guys very, very much. You have no idea. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Also, thank you to all the viewers as well for watching the videos and stopping by, and for all your likes, your shares, your thumbs up, and your thumbs down, and your comments. Please keep your comments clean. Zero tolerance for rudeness. Keep your politics and your religion and your rudeness on the other side of the door, Because if you come in acting like that, and it's not that we're not realists, it's just there's no room in this channel for that kind of behavior or that kind of thing. If you're feeling a need to be in somebody's face, you can take it somewhere else. This isn't, your comment will be deleted, and then you'll be banned from the channel altogether. It's your choice. So you won't get the attention you thought you were going to get, because it stops right there. But anyways, for everybody else, you can find Bay of Fundy Fortunes on Blogspot, on Google, on Facebook under Bay of Fundy Fortunes. You're all welcome to join us there as well. And on Twitter as well. Also, there's supposed to be a new bell somewhere that gives you notifications every time Bay of Fundy Fortunes post anything new. I'm still seeing the subscribe button at the bottom. Click that and you'll be notified anytime Bay of Fundy Fortunes posts anything new. So for the rest of you, if you're looking for me, you can always find me right here in Bay of Fundy Fortunes, or walking down along the water's edge along the beach, along the Bay of Fundy, which brings in the highest tides in the world. And I'm a high tide junkie. That's where you'll find me, because I'm always waiting on the next high tide. Thanks a lot for stopping by, and we'll see you back in about a week's time. Bye-bye.